Yeah, good job. We went a little quick, but you had a lot to cover, I think. So sounds like you're promising a prototype or a developed product, and that was it 6 to 10 months or 6 to 12 months?
Yes, actually, our plan is to take. So let me just go to this slide. We have a business cycle. So we need to find a client. We will be doing market research, and that client will give us their product that needs to be innovated. So we will just be developing a prototype of that product, of the innovated version within 6 to 9 months by doing intensive research. And yeah, that is basically the answer.
Okay, just one more quick one for me, and I'll pass it on. If it was me, I don't think I'd want to pay you 25 or 50K and have you own the patent. Is that how it works with the competitors?
No, I didn't understand your question. Can you be a little bit clear?
You said a client would give you an upfront fee, 25 or 50K, so they have skin in the game. I get it. But then I think you said your company would hold all the patents in your name, and you would license it back.
Yeah, let me clarify.
Back to the company.
Yeah. Okay. Am I audible? Because my internet connection is a little bit shaky. So
yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay. So basically, our plan is to because we might have product failures, to keep that in mind. If we give our patents to our clients, if they fail the product, they might sell their patent, and we might not have an revenue, because our revenue is based on the quantity, each and every quantity the clients produce, right? So because we have a specific contract for that before signing the contract, we have a deal to make. So we will be taking $25,000 and $50,000 to $50,000 as our initial money, as a security money, so that they're interested in our business and they're willing to do it, and they're gonna take the product. They're interested in the deal, and also it will help us to develop the technologies and pay the basic. And pay the basic. Research and research payments, the research costs and everything. So the lab experiments and stuff like that. But the patent, we are issuing a legal license. So we will have a legal license. That means it would be by the law that we would have a legal license, so that we give the permit to that particular company, so that they, within a time frame, suppose in a year, they have to produce 100,000 units, and we would be earning commission-based income based on that. And if they fail to have that 100,000 units produced because their products are not being sold in the market, then their license gets expired, and we issue a new license to a new client, and they will be able to generate revenue from our innovation. So that's how we are actually, by not giving the patent, we're actually preserving the value of the patent and the value of the product if it fails in the market.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so Mohammed, is that your name? Is it Mohammed?
Sadman.
Oh, Sadman. Sadman, so could you just give me a sense of what the verticals are that you're going after, right? So there's a lot, I mean, people outsource R&D and for components and software and biotech. And so in terms of human capital, you're going to throw some human capital on it, maybe from UMass Lowell. Tell us what's your beachhead markets? What are you going after? What's your vision?
Okay, so what's my niche market? That's a very important question. I did not have the sufficient space to cover it in the first 6 slides. So our niche market will be developing electromechanical devices, especially to solve energy issues, to make energy more sustainable and conserve more energy. So that's basically a short answer to that. If you want me to elaborate, I can elaborate.
So that's that's where your subject matter expertise is, you and whomever else is with you on this.
Yes, actually it's me in the beginning, but there are a few interested people who are willing to join me, but since they have COVID, so they cannot join me. So
No,
that's
sorry.
kind of
I'm sorry to hear
unfortunate.
that. Okay. Thank you.
So I'm glad, Barbara, I'm glad you asked that question, and thank you, Salman, for the presentation, all the thinking that goes into this. If I'm looking at, for example, network consulting, so companies that want to get some ideas or do some research or identify, these companies have access to thousands and thousands of people with each 30 years of experience. How do you compete against that, even in the one vertical that you're talking about?
Like network consulting, you mean, can you clarify the term? Like,
well, like if a client came to you and wanted a problem solved, or a client came to Newton X, for example, and wanted the same problem solved, you have you and maybe your partner, and they can tap into thousands of people that have probably worked or seen these problems.
okay, so you're telling that a similar company like us, who are based on very experienced employees and experienced on their research. So how do I compete against them? Is that your question?
Yeah, people, for example, that have retired still know things. They're still current for 5+ years, and they're not willing to give it up. And then they're happy to do this for minimal amounts of dollars. So, yeah.
Okay, so I have kind of I don't know whether it actually answers your question, but if I were to explain in my way, I'm providing some value proposition that are actually, I will try to make it better than my competitors. And I also explained how would I implement them. And these are the things that are making us a little bit different from others. So basically our strength is our business model, because I think very few people has implemented the business model on commission-based revenue, like charging a 5 to 10% commission on the price.
Okay.
So this experienced company or the network consultancy firm that you talked about, they charge on an hourly basis, and that makes research and development very expensive. So this is one where that's how we can, because we have a very reduced cost structure. It's just the initial $25,000 to $50,000, and the rest is you share the revenue what you are getting from by selling your product. So that's a cost, but you don't have to think it before your product is being sold. So that's one thing. And the second thing is that we plan to, they're much more experienced and they have much more access to technologies and stuff like that. But the process we are going to implement it's going to be a little bit different and not bureaucratic than them, because they're very expert at providing solutions. But what we are going to involve is that we are going to be taking people who will be doing part-time job. So they're already in the profession. They're already in a university teacher, for example, or an engineer working at GE or something like that. So they're already working. So what they're going to do, so these people, what I felt is that I have worked with researchers and those who are in the working arena, and if you were to compare with the extremely experienced ones, the people who are working, they tend to come up with ideas and solutions very faster than the experienced ones. Like I would say, how do I say this? It's, they're very quick to connect things and connect the dots. That's why we're also targeting graduate students as well, who, one of the issues, if you can think about, so Difference Maker is all about encouraging students to come up with ideas, solve problems and stuff like that. But it is also and important thing is that from more experienced people, it is sometimes better to take ideas because since while we're studying, we're kind of seeing things differently. So we can easily implement our knowledge directly and come up with an idea. So it's better to take knowledge from the younger ones as well. So that's one thing.
Right.
That's how we can be.
Simon.
Yeah.
Time, we're done with time. So
Oh,
thank you
okay.
so much.
All
And at this point, if we can ask you to disconnect so the judges can discuss and score, we do appreciate it. And again,
Okay. All
nice
right.
job on the presentation and best of luck.
Should I leave right now? Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay.